Hi everybody, Kyle here from Reliability Technology Solutions. Today I want to talk about two questions that I've gotten many times over the course of my career. Is changing my password frequently really necessary? And how do you come up with a strong and unique password anyway? The answer to that first question is actually a little bit more controversial than you might think. The conventional wisdom has been that yes, you should change your password every so often, probably every 3 months or so. The reasoning being that if your password does get stolen or hacked, it's not compromised for very long, and that hopefully you change your password before it gets used. Lately, however, many experts are starting to disagree. The problem with frequent password changes is that people are human and we all take shortcuts. So we'll write a password down on a post-it note and stick it on our monitor, or we'll put it in a little notebook and put it in a drawer next to our computer. This actually makes your password more likely to be compromised because now there's a physical record of it for someone to find, whether it's intentional or not. Or we'll add a number to the end of our password and just increment it by 1 every time we have to change our password. The problem with doing this is hackers know about this trick, so if they know your password was FluffyDog5 and that doesn't work anymore, they're going to try FluffyDog6 and FluffyDog7. I prefer using a strong and unique password for each individual service and account, and then changing the password if I have reason to think that has been compromised. That way, even if a password does get compromised, the damage is mitigated to one account rather than everything being compromised. And with services like Have I Been Pwned, I can get a notification if my account has been part of a known data breach. If a service offers two-factor authentication, I also make sure to enable that. That way, even if a password does get compromised, the attacker likely won't be able to get into my account. I'll cover two-factor authentication more in another video. The second question is, how do you come up with a strong and complex password for everything you have? How do you remember 30 different passwords? The answer is you don't. I recommend using a password manager and then letting the password manager generate a strong and unique password for every individual account, and then it will store that password in an encrypted database. Password managers like LastPass and 1Password will even have browser plugins, so it'll autofill your password when you go to the right website. They also have mobile apps, so you can sign into your services on any device you use. The browser plugin can also be a handy tool to prevent phishing, because if your password doesn't get autofilled on a website you go to, you know that something is up. Even with a password manager, you still need to come up with a strong and unique password for your computer and for the password manager itself. For these, the normal rules of passwords still apply. You need it to be over 12 characters, ideally over 15 characters, have upper and lowercase letters, numbers, symbols. For this, I prefer to use the mindset of a passphrase rather than a password. A password like Hockey44 will be very easy to crack, even if you change the O to a 0 and the H to a pound sign or add an exclamation point to the end of it. And no one can remember 30 truly random characters jumbled together to be a password. But if you take a few random words like drink, phone, power, and stamp, you can combine it into a passphrase that's fairly easy to remember, like drink, phone 55%, power, stamp. This is the password that likely would not be in any kind of dictionary and would be too long to be easily cracked, but it'll still be easy for you to remember. Or if you have a phrase that only you know and only you would use and that no one would associate with you, you could take a phrase like that, add a number and symbol to the mix, and you have a pretty strong password that no one else will be able to guess. Hopefully this helps you demystify some of the basics of password security and gives you some advice on how to keep your account secure. If you have any questions you'd like us to cover in another video, please let us know on Twitter or Instagram at Reliability Tech. And if you're interested in any of the solutions that Reliability Technology Services has to offer, check us out online at reliabilitytech.ca. Thank you and have a great day.